Hey, it's time for Financial Focus. Analyst Steve Budin is here. Got three topics to talk about. The first one, U.S. and China. Obviously, the rhetoric continues, and it could impact Las Vegas, right?
Yeah, I bring up the Chinese relationship with the U.S. because, again, we do have a very close relationship with the casinos and the travel industries. And all you have to do is, you look behind me, and the stock market's been juggling up and down pretty severely the last couple of weeks. It's because we're still in that in-between negotiating phase with the Chinese, and the president really doesn't do anybody any good with these tweets. You're on again, you're off again, you're on again, you're off again in terms of negotiating these deals. In fact, I was talking to some business owners last week, and the issue of raising these tariff fees. Tariffs are basically taxes on imported goods. And I was talking to some business owners who have said, in the electronics industry specifically, they've been able to eat some of that cost. But now that the tariffs may or may not go up after Labor Day, they'll have to pass that on to the consumer. So whether it's children's toys or electronics or clothing, now you might begin to see the prices go up, whereas the initial stores were eating that up till now.
Okay, interesting stuff. Yeah, we're obviously going to be watching this one because things are changing. Stock market at 163 right now, up, so that's okay, right?
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. All right, let's talk about this because there's been a lot of fast food things going on lately. There's a Popeye's chicken and then all sorts of stuff. And KFC is now offering this vegan fried chicken.
Yes.
And you and I were chatting and we're saying, is this a trend thing? Is everyone trying to hop on board with something new to get people to line up for it?
Yeah, and the answer is yes, and especially with this meat alternative craze going on, this plant-based meats. So KFC is wheeling this out in only one store, so it really is a small experiment, but they're going to try this vegan fried chicken alternative. First thing I think of is you probably have to call it a different name.
Okay, yeah.
But all of these fast food restaurants are really getting hit hard by the healthy eating craze. So KFC is really getting hit by Chick-fil-A and Popeyes, and on the other end, more of the healthy alternatives. So now they're just trying to figure out a way to be relevant. And one way you do it is to say that you're doing the meat alternative.
Right, yeah, it's interesting. Or just because you wouldn't go to Kentucky Fried Chicken if you were vegan, I guess,
right?
Because there's really not that many other options by some side. So.
Would you eat it?
Oh, I would definitely eat it.
Yeah, okay.
I try anything. The thing is it's really sad. I'm not picky. You put anything in front of me, I'll eat it.
All right.
All right, I want to leave some time to talk about this. A little less than a minute, though. These are some of the things that couples in debt, what it causes. It's a big issue, and it's one of the hot topics because so many people are in debt. So when you get together, you're thinking about marriage. There are a bunch of red flags.
Yeah, and this, with consumer debt hitting a record high, I thought this was fairly relevant. One of the highest topics that couples have when they lie to each other is finances.
Okay.
And I know once in a while we talk about the minefields of dating and relationships. Money is usually a pretty big one. And when it's up at the top of the list of what people look out for, it's probably a red flag. If you see somebody a little bit cloudy about their finances, they're probably hiding something.
Right, and that's always a big hot topic. Like if you've got debt and I don't, then I'm like, well, I don't want to really marry this thing together. But other red flags, drinking too much, bad manners, dirty living space, and then credit card debt there, fourth on the list. 50% say that. But I got a whole other list that we're going to hit sometime. People, dates on their phone during a date, all sorts of stuff.
We'll revisit this at another point.
We'll revisit it, or maybe we'll do it online.
Yeah, there we go.
All right, stay with us. We're back after this.